Welcome to the Iron Fork of Friday, folks. It's good to have you back here on another Friday evening. Coming up tomorrow, we have Timmy B, and then after that, the Sunday Community Skirmish. But for today, hopefully you guys enjoyed earlier today the Developers Fireside. For now, though, it is the Iron Fork of Friday. Joining me today is not Fourth Oracle. He is busy, / does not have a computer for some reason. So joining me today, an old veteran of the casting community for Guns and Vickers, it's Swallow. Good afternoon, Swallow.
Please. Hello, how are you?
Good. Now, you've been around the block a few more times than I have with this, so I will defer to your knowledge and experience for the most part. With that being said, however, this is your first Iron Fork ever.
It could be. If I've done one before, then I don't remember it.
So you might have done one. We're just not too sure.
Yeah, these all blend together after a while, and then I had a mental breakdown and had to go stand on a mountain screaming with my knackers out in the air. So, I'm back.
Moving forward, we are progressing. Thank you to all that join us in the chat room, twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show, as well as those of us joining us in game. The lobby is already starting to fill up with people that have been already given the password previously. It looks like the password was actually just given out, so we should see the lobby fill pretty quickly here. I said, why Guns Vickers? No, the Iron Fork of Friday is a public cake event that you all can participate in. You can get in on this. The password today is Rocky Road, all one word, no capital letters, Rocky Road. And according to Jacob, too, this is the 40th iteration of the Iron Fork of Friday. 40 Fridays. Happy birthday indeed.
43. That's 40 weeks. It's hard to imagine an event lasting that long.
This is one of the longest running events in Guns Vickers history. I don't think people realize how long the Iron Fork has been going on.
Yeah, probably the longest running event.
It makes me wonder, when are we coming up on the year mark for that? I got to get Jacob sometime to
12 weeks, clearly.
12. Right.
If it's going for 40 weeks, then clearly it's just 3 more months. So 3 more months of wonderful, blissful fun, and then it hits a year old and starts screaming and climbing walls.
Right. I gotta know my math stuff. Of course, in the background there, sometimes in the peanut gallery too, for better or worse. We got Rob. He's back there. He's doing stuff. He's keeping us on the air. Starting a vote. What is this vote nonsense?
Wait, what? Oh, team voting has begun. To vote for a team? Yeah.
So, what you folks can do in chat, you can type !team vote space red or team vote space blue to vote for which team you think is going to win this first game here of the Iron Fork of Friday. We got a lot of cakes on the red side of things, but then we got some riders coming in here and some CSM on the blue side of things.
It's a very, very lineup.
It's pretty well balanced. Very well balanced. I am actually disinclined to vote simply because I'm not sure I can call this one direction.
Well, there are more than 5 of them, and I don't think any of them are good at singing, so.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Are you always this fast?
What?
Never mind, I'll ask your girlfriend. Moving on. I don't know what we're doing today.
The wittiness has already smacked me in the head like a sledgehammer, and I have since lost my balance and equilibrium. With that being said, though, we only have 2 spots left in the lobby, so get in quickly if you would like to get in there. If you'd like to get in here and be a part of this. Again, thank you everyone for joining us here. Team votes are happening, and oh my goodness, so far it is pretty well balanced. Oh, swinging in the red direction. Watching here on my instant replay screen.
Yes, I should be fine.
I have also fixed the gauge, so now it should properly act like a gauge when the votes come in.
Peachy Orange Katie has no idea what's happening. You can ask some questions, and yes, Incognitus, it is an open game. If you know the password, which everyone does, Rocky Road, you can join the game. It is an open public event.
As long as there's a
hosts
slots
every
available.
single weekday, every single Friday.
But better or worse?
We never know. We never know.
True, good or bad? Let's say that then.
Yeah. It's still, this vote is actually going to be really close on this. Much like the teams, this vote is very well balanced.
You say
Again, we have
vote switches quite heavily in favor of red.
It seems like it. I thought it was going more in favor of blue. I just saw another vote come in for blue. Waiting for that to be tallied, I guess. I'm not too sure.
Well, it depends. How responsive is the vote gauge? We don't know. It's new.
It's very new. It's one of those fantastic new features that Rob is wonderfully making for us. Once again, the password is Rocky Road. To join, all you have to do is have Guns of Icarus online and hop in game. Try to join the Iron Fork of Friday number 40 game lobby. And we just lost our last spot.
So
Incognitus in our chat room. I know for a fact he was trying to get in there. He did not get in time, however. Sorry, Incognitus. Next one, maybe. We will see if you can get in. We do have a lot of classic cakes piloting on this one, including James Tiberius Kirk. We'll be casting with him for the second half of the Iron Fork today. He's the leader of Cake. He's been on here plenty of times. He's flying the wedding cake, his Spire. Okay, little secret. He's not good at flying a Spire.
Oh?
Kirk does not often fly a Spire. In fact, it's probably one of the ships he almost never pilots. So
heavens, why on earth would that be?
I think he prefers being a little more aggressive, and the Spire, you can really get bit in the butt if you're really aggressive.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, that's something that we see quite a lot with the Musosaurs team.
Yeah. The one team that
crew member of that Spire.
Well, we don't talk about the Inspired.
Fair enough.
We let Howard just have his hopes and dreams. That's probably not safe to do. We also have QFox. We have QFox P piloting as well. He was kind enough to change his name, so he could now effectively be called QFox P instead of Fox. Thank you, Fox. We also have Melon McCrabbernathy, one of the K competitive pilots, as well as Halia Farron, piloting as well on the blue side of things. Incognitus, no. The Inspired is Howard Spire.
Yeah, that's not a pun. More precisely, that's not one of his puns. It's one of Howard's puns.
Yeah, that's the name of his Spire.
And to be fair, it's not the worst name we've seen.
No. At least it fits in the naming guidelines for ships.
And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that the gauge is so new, there is a bug.
Why?
Because
the votes are being tallied, are they?
No, the votes are being tallied. There's just more votes for blue. The problem with my code is I only have it so it's going into the red area, so I've accidentally rigged it.
Congratulations, folks. Rob already rigged the voting system, and it's not even done.
Restarting
you rigged it
it.
the wrong way. You rigged it in favor of Kirk and Jacob. Yeah.
We're not biased here. We're not biased here at all.
We aren't biased at all. No.
Refreshing the gauge.
Certainly aren't.
That's correct.
We certainly don't have casters that are vigorously hoping that the blue team give the red team a darned good scrubbing.
It's always fun to see the writers come in and show, wait a second, was Geo actually an engineer for a moment there?
I think that
Geo was an engineer for a moment there. That's frightening.
Potentially. I'm afraid I don't know who he is.
You never heard of Geo before?
I've been away on things. The mountain. We've been through this.
Geo is one of the writers' competitive gunners. Unfortunately, he's still a level 1 engineer. He doesn't play it. Like he refuses to play engineer more than I do. And that's saying something.
That's impressive.
We're getting into it here.
Gun at level 1 engineer.
He's still level 1, but that's his choice. It's his prerogative. We are getting out of here. Canyon Ambush is going to be the map. You have very large open areas at the top and bottom, but the middle of the map, the central region, is very tight. You've got a lot of clouds to work with, and you have very nasty ambush situations. By the way, Cake Blue side did indeed win that vote by a decent margin there. A pretty decent margin.
A margin that doesn't have any numbers attached to it, so we're not entirely sure.
Well, the numbers I believe the numbers can be pulled up in the chat room, right? There you go. All righty. Loading in here as I try to find the ship. There we go. First up, the Wedding Cake, piloted by, who is that? That is James Tiberius Kirk. It is a Flak Spire with Merc art and Mine Launcher on it. The Mine Launcher specifically put there to make Gilder happy, more than likely. We also have, it's Triple Spire on the red side of things. The Gene Wilder, piloted by Fox. Watch Spire with Carronade Flamer and Flak. And we have the Ariel, piloted by Jake Sparrow. Blender Spire with Caro, Gat, and Hades. Go ahead, Swallow, with the blue side of things.
Well, the blue side of things has roughly the same setup because it is once again a Triple Spire setup.
What?
Yes, really. We have the Floppy Flop Man ship, which is going to be very difficult to stay in combat, which is a Lumber Spire. Such fun. Hades, and I think that's a Mine Launcher on the side, so that's going to be fun. We have the VSS Carthage, which is a much easier ship name to say.
Yeah.
Hwacha with Flamer, Gatling, and what is that? So that's a Mortar on the side, so also fun. And finally, we have yet another Spire. Far too many damn Spires.
The Advance!
With a Carronade on the front, 2 Carronades on the side, and a Mortar on the other side thing. So yes, stuff. Oh,
I want to know why all the Spires, Gene Wilder getting obliterated. Rather, the Advance getting obliterated by the Gene Wilder, but Gene Wilder losing its armor before that ram was finished. Ouch.
That is teamwork there.
That was good teamwork. That was great fire coming in from the Carthage and the Floppy Flop to help support the Advance while it was getting pressured.
Floppy Flop, dear God. There's one thing I don't miss is the ship names.
I've heard worse. This is actually, the Floppy Flop Man ship is a ship we've seen Melon pilot somewhat often. He does enjoy flying his Spire.
It may just be me, but I think the Floppy Flop Man ship is actually firing on Advance.
It was. You would be correct.
Sorry, I need my mic on. It's called flip-flopping.
I
quit. I'm done. Swallow, it's all yours.
You must be joking. Well, okay, the blue team and the red team both hovering above a single, I don't know, I think that's a little mini mesa or something similar to that. It's just
I would call it mesa. Sure. Black mesa. It's a black mesa.
It's not really a black mesa, it's more a cloudy mesa.
Right.
It means it's very bad at teleporting, but it's good with precipitating training.
Oh.
Stuff. I don't know. It's been a while. Yes, blue team just holding steady behind there, whereas the red team seems to be trying to advance forward and get better firing position, which seems
to be armor break on the Carthage. Flak shots coming in. Oh my goodness.
Gene Wilder sneaking around the side, looking to get that extra damage in. Path is seriously damaged at this point, and it is still going down. The hull is destroyed. A couple more shots. Well, there it goes.
Was that a flak kill? That was the Wedding Cake. That was a flak shot getting the kill. Wedding Cake is a Flak Spire. Who? Floppy Flop Manship getting aggressive, but armor going down on it. If a flak shot comes in now, it's not going to be.
Wilder sneaking up behind.
Oh, hey, good call there. Advance getting hit hard from the rear, not able to support the Floppy Flop Manship at all. That's creating a 2v1 in favor of the Wedding Cake and the Ariel. Floppy Flop Manship goes down. Advance and Gene Wilder both duking it out. It looks like Gene Wilder, though, getting the less than stellar end of the deal.
I mean, if there's one thing you probably shouldn't do, it's approach a Carronade anything close range. Because let's face it, Carronade does have a limited place in the current meta. Even I know that. But it is horrifically effective if you get close enough to actually use it.
It could be extremely effective. A lot of people don't realize, I think, how effective it can be. Specifically, once that balloon's down and you're loading charge rounds into a dead balloon, that's 100% going into the armor. and that armor's not going to survive more than 3 or 4 charged rounds, loading it in point blank.
Gene Wilder lost both hull and balloon, now taking serious damage, but the Carthage is also taking damage. This is going to be a very quick match. The Spires just are not made to take this abuse. Gene Wilder barely holding on Carthage.
Engineering on Gene Wilder there as they go down. Red ships, wow, shattering left and right. We not only lost the wedding cake, but the Gene Wilder as well there. Ariel is not long for the world. Floppy Flop Manship is taking shots at it as it reels backwards. Ariel trying to stay out of arcs, but they're not gonna live through this. If they tap here, they are done.
Floppy Flop Manship lost its hull and its balloon on that one, so Ariel certainly gave as good as it got. And Floppy Flop is actually having trouble getting the balloon back up.
Yeah, that's not good. They lost some hull there. They lost some hull.
That was from full, just on the ground. So, you know, important advice there for amateur pilots and beginners. The ground hurts.
Yeah, these are airships. They're supposed to stay in the sky.
Even the ships with like flat surfaces that you think, yeah, that could probably land on the ground and be relatively fine. No, the moment that stuff touches the ground, bad things happen. The floor is not lava, but is a very, very close proximity.
You can say it's lava. It's close enough. It will eat your ship, unless, of course,
if we say it enough, then maybe Muse will make a lava map, and that'd be fun.
That would be fun. Although I got my kicks already in that. I was harassing Howard earlier during the dev chat about giving us a heavy Gatling and a heavy flamer. So I've expended my harassment amount for the month.
There is no.
Oh! Wow! Gene Wilder, that was a great watch around there after hull break on the the Carthage.
If Gene Wilder goes down here, then that's it.
Yeah, this could be pretty risky, but Advance being very aggressive here. I'm not sure that's what he wants to do. Yeah, look at this wedding cake lining it up. Armor is down. Flag shot should be coming in, but not just yet.
This is terrible teamwork too, because as the Advance is pulling out, Floppy Flop is pushing. I don't want to finish that sentence, but you get the idea.
Yeah, Floppy Flop.
That's just no. I don't know.
We don't want to think about that. Gene Wilder now getting a little too aggressive on his own. Armor is going to go down. Hull is exposed, but the Floppy Flop takes it.
It was a stiff advance. Oh, of course, it is a 3v3, so it's 7 kills to 7.
Yes.
I'm so used to doing 2v2s that I forgot.
Well, the Iron Fork has been a mainstay of non-standardized gameplay, at least for the last, good lord, 3/4 of a year now.
Oh, there are mines. I don't think the blue team knows them.
Oh my goodness. Advance is not going to advance at all.
Look at that, it's 3 mines.
Yeah, that's really risky for
Ariel's
Fire.
taking a lot of damage here. Well, relatively large amount of damage, but it's the engineers do seem to be holding it up. Meanwhile, the Carthage it isn't taking any damage at all. They are not firing on it. It seems like the res are just backing off for some reason.
It looks like they're drawing the Carthage into a trap here. Wedding Cake. Oh no, Wedding Cake is keeping pressure on the. Oh my God!
What happened there?
Flak shot. As soon as the armor broke on that, 1-shot kill because the hull was already a third gone on the Carthage. 5-5 tied up. And yes, it is a 1st to 7 situation instead of a 1st to 5. Ariel taking some pretty serious damage there. Armor is holding, but the permahull is in very bad shape. Carthage eats it. Whew.
Bad. Meanwhile, the Fluffy Flop was sneaking through the clouds, attempting to take one of the other team from behind and suffering quite a lot. Well, more precisely, his teammates suffering a lot because of it. Just not in a position to do anything about it. Just backing off slowly into the clouds, sneaking away, waiting for its next.
This is going to give a chance for the red team to reset here. Although Gene Wilder being very aggressive, I think this is a mistake on the red team's part. They want to kill, but they bounce. Oh, that bounce! They lost most of their armor from that.
Now it looks like Gene Wilder is going in on what is essentially 2 or 3 ships. It's hard to tell whether the Carthage will be.
Yeah, look at this. Advance with that carronade ripping the balloon to shreds. Armor is gone. Hull is getting annihilated.
That was pure overconfidence. They reached 6 kills. They thought, we only need 1 more kill, and no one followed Gene in on that. No one followed Gene in there.
Nope.
That's so unfortunate. Ariel is keeping a huge amount of distance between this one, and it looks like Wedding Cake might be backing off too.
Kirk is not known to. Kirk doesn't do this whole backing off thing.
Yeah, clearly.
He's his solution to things is kill. Wow.
It worked.
Okay, he was right. Kirk was right. Red team gets the win. Looks like the audience was wrong this time around. Sorry, audience, you did your best.
But the rigged vote was correct.
Well,
it wasn't rigging. It was preemptive corrective stuff.
But you guys were mentioning something earlier, the lava map that you thought would be cool.
yeah.
Active volcano.
Well, clearly.
Because you've got the smoke coming up, and you've got fire shooting out the top.
Yeah.
What would be the good reason for pilots in this world to be flying near an active volcano? I ask you this.
Because another airship went down in the middle, and one of them's trying to rescue, and the other one's trying to make sure that they fry. No man left behind. Or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think that worked out. So I, however, am gonna vote for Water Hazard here.
Moonshine, because reasons.
Ooh, Battle on Dunes. Actually, no, I want to see Battle on Dunes real
I
quick.
really want to see Battle on Dunes with 6 spies.
I'm hoping Aspire switches out. I'm gonna be honest.
I think we'll have.
New vote.
Again, that's the point of the voting. We'll see what we can get.
True facts. We'll see exactly how things shape up here. Again, teams are very well balanced currently. We have most of the riders actually over on the red side of things now. Blue side is a mixed bag, but has some veterans, including James T. Kirk, Muse, Delta, who's actually a follower, an R&D researcher. Gilder, we have Gilder on the blue side of things. What's that?
Muse Delta. You said Muse Delta. I think you meant Muse Jacob.
Yeah. Did I say Muse Delta?
Yeah, I have no idea who Muse Delta is. I've never met them.
Rob, why did you put in a vote for red?
He's trying to stack the votes however he can, eh?
What?
Yes, that is the guilty, pregnant silence of someone who knows he is.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. What?
What?
What? What?
What?
What? Jacob, the organizer for the Iron Forker Friday, is calling for all harpoons and mines.
Oh, that could end badly. That will end badly.
That'll end horribly.
Especially on Water Hazard. I mean, it does seem relatively open when you first look at it, but these cliffs come up fast.
Yeah, definitely. And the almost impossible to see bridge will blindside you.
Clothesline you, I'd say. That is not a nice one to fly into. I'll admit, I don't fly on Water Hazard all that much, if I can avoid it at all.
I don't mind Water Hazard.
It's one of the prettiest maps there. I mean, it doesn't have a particularly nice skybox, but just it looks so pretty. And
As someone who enjoys lumberjacking, I like Water Hazard. I do enjoy it.
Okay,
That came off wrong, didn't it?
it came out slightly wrong, but I'll accept it.
Okay.
You know, there is one map that I really miss, and it is still part of the game, and it's been like improved and expanded on. But I really miss the old Anglian Raiders, just squid racing off to the point.
Sometimes we do get Anglian Raiders on here, and
It is not fast anymore. So.
that's an hour of our lives that we dedicate to the game. They take a long time still. Take a long
Anglian Raiders
time.
used to take a couple minutes, maximum.
What?
Anglian Raiders used to have all 5 points active at once, and used to have a really small cap radius. You could go an entire match in that, just flying from point to point, capping them, and firing off pot shots at other guys flying off to the other points, and never actually get a kill.
You see, this is what I get for joining the community as late as I did. I didn't join till summer of last year.
I'll be honest, I joined relatively late for my time too. I joined during the sales, so I am not a very honorable person.
I don't blame you. Steam sales,
Yeah.
Rob. Don't you just love those cheapened IPs, Rob?
Oh yeah, extremely cheap.
They're cheapened IPs, and they're clearly not worth as much, and it's just it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But the sad thing is I actually had Guns of Icarus on my wish list from release, but I waited for the sale.
There's nothing wrong with that because you're waiting for the proper time to get the game.
Yeah, something like that.
There's
on the plus side, I did get to skip the old, terrible spectating system.
Well, we have some updates coming to the spectate system that I'm looking forward to.
Are we allowed to talk about them?
Of course.
Fair enough. I'm so looking forward to the RAM cam.
Oh my God, the RAM cam. They
confirmed that right,
what's that?
They confirmed that it was a potential feature, but they said there were a few bugs.
No, it is going to be in the October patch.
Okay then.
It is going to be in the October patch. They confirmed it during the fireside
today. Can we call it the October pumpkin patch?
Go to your corner, Rob.
Actually, I like that.
No, don't encourage him.
The new Spectator update will be coming with the October pumpkin patch, and since I am the one who makes the patch notes, it's going to be called that.
Yay! I win!
I hate you so much, Rob.
I'll rephrase that. I'm the one who makes the patch notes if Howard feels like letting me.
Oh.
And they'll probably come out in November with my schedule anyway.
Incognitus is asking where the mind cam is now.
Why didn't we think of that?
I think Oracle actually brought that up to Queso once, but he didn't have time to get it put in before he.
So let me get this straight. You want there to be potentially 45 cameras in one match.
You're not the ones holding the camera at this point. That's your problem, Rob.
He's got a point.
But I since you went around early on, the early spectator system and the system that's actually used during Fjords and the early cogs, if you held the right mouse button down while you were using that camera, it would tilt. It was entirely possible to flip the camera upside down. And
oh yeah, that's still in. That's still in. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I got into the habit of not pressing the right mouse button.
I tried to, but I kept doing it just out of habit. So I actually deactivated that key command.
It's still in. Now I feel like an idiot because I've not tried it forever.
No. It's perfectly okay to avoid it.
So what you're saying is that when we get into match, I should turn the camera 10 degrees and make everyone tilt their head while they're watching.
I swear to God, Rob, if you actually use that feature, I will kill you so fast.
It's gonna look like Batman. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Should I not be here? Because this sounds like something that I would want plausible deniability for. Threats is probably a bit.
You are way past plausible deniability, and you know it.
I'm an accomplice. Bend over, Rob. Wait,
looks like, according to the vote, folks, and you can still vote in chat, the vote is swinging towards the blue side of things.
Current number of votes, 3 for red, 4 for blue.
Remember, guys, you can vote once per vote. So please consider voting. Again, team vote space, exclamation point team vote space red, or exclamation point team vote space blue to put your vote in. Which team you think is going to win this one? Which team is going to get it?
Once per? You can only vote once per vote.
Yep.
Yeah, like once per game.
Fair enough.
We don't want people voting multiple times a game. That wouldn't be fair. Rob.
Dan. Don't talk to me. I rigged the vote the last time. Wink.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why we're talking to you.
It's a little bit why we're talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, only once per session.
There you go.
Yep. Only rig the votes once per session. There we go.
Is
that one of the stream rules? Because I'm new here.
What's that?
Is that one of the stream rules for this particular channel? Only rig the votes once?
We'll think about it.
Yeah.
We'll think about it.
It's tied again.
Yeah, if Rob hadn't already voted red for me, I would probably vote red in this situation. I feel like especially the Flammenwerfer it's a really strong ship. No, Tanya, you put that vote in just fine. Yep. Notice how the gauge swing backed up to the balanced point because we got 4 votes on each side.
I'll be honest, I just want to see the blue team lose.
Okay, then. The Flammenwerfer, by the way, 2 mines front, 1 mine side, and a harpoon.
All of these are supposed to be harpoon mine ships. whether or not the captains actually, agree to that sort of horror. But
Demencio, aka Daniel, has not agreed. Apparently, He ain't doing that yet. Also, Halia is going with a Gap Mortar Metamidian. Oh my goodness, Halia, you're putting me to sleep.
Gap Mortar. And there was a conversation that came up earlier about Gap Flak and how it's just not effective anymore because of the arming time in Flak. I miss Gap Flak so much. It's so much fun to say in combat. Gap Flak. Now
Gap
active.
Flag.
It's
And yet,
so
it is so useless.
It probably is. It's still fun to say, though, and that's the important part to me. Oh, I'm shallow.
The passer, by the way, folks, is Rocky Road. If you do want to join, but the game is currently full. So you need to make sure you catch it at a time. The game is not full.
Which will probably be next round.
Possibly.
Potentially.
Possibly. We shall see.
You never know.
And I will end the vote as soon as the countdown timer for the match shows up.
You're never quite sure
Oh.
whether or not they can hear Rob.
They can hear me right now. Then I'll turn it off back when we get into match.
He just turns it on and off at whim. Like usually it's not on during the games and it's on during the between times.
And turning off the vote.
What do we have? 56% sided with the red team. That's 5 votes for red, right?
It could be.
Yes. I don't have it saving the votes afterwards.
Fair enough. I don't think we're worried about that.
Not yet.
Hi, Brian.
We are getting into it here.
Yeah.
Loading up the maps here. Uno momento. It is going to be Water Hazard right here in twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show. Again, a deathmatch map. 3v3. This is the Iron Fork of Friday. If you'd like to get in on this, do not hesitate. The password for the game is Rocky Road. Please consider joining when you see there's an open space. Water Hazard, very open map, but we have some large spires and a lot of cloud cover. It can be very hard to get a good shot in with all this cloud cover.
Not to mention that it's going to be absolutely flooded with mines and harpoons.
Oh my goodness, yes. All right. We have the Mine League Gaming, flown by Melon McCrabernathy. Mine launchers front, mine launchers side, and a harpoon, Pyramidian. We also have Darwin's Away, flown by Fox. Mines on the left, mines on the front, mines on the right.
Such fun.
Oh my God. England's Might, flown by Jake Sparrow. Harpoons and mine launchers all over this mobula. Go ahead.
England's might without an apostrophe. You evil person. On the blue team, we have VSS in the trunker. Yes, I'm assuming that's in the trunker. It could be in the trucker. I can't really read that at this point.
In
Which
the
has
trunker.
mine launcher, harpoon, harpoon, mine launcher, and mine launcher. Which, is a fairly standard meta setup.
Boom!
There goes one of the mines. The VSS Lutetia. I'm not used to these names. Which has a flamethrower, carronade, mortar, and gat gun. So mortar, gat on the front, flamethrower, and other thingy on flamethrower and carronade on the side. It's been a while. And on the 6th slot, we have Mind Guardian, which has a harpoon gun, a mine launcher, and a mine launcher, which is a very versatile setup.
I would like Rob to zoom the camera out slightly. Look at all these mines.
That is wonderful.
And you want a camera on each one of those.
Yes.
Throw a camera on each one. Screw it.
Camera on each one that automatically tracks the closest ship.
This is ridiculous. This is a disaster waiting to happen. The Mine League Gaming and the Mine Guardian both getting into it here just a little bit. Mines are going out both sides. There's armor down on it. It gets shredded.
Destroyed, really. It's important to note at this point that if one of these ships bounces off one of the mines, there's a relatively large percentile chance that they'll bounce into another mine and repeat the process. And
This
bounce
is-
into another mine.
Very, very risky. Darwin's Away starting to get the better of the Lutetia. Lutetia's trying to get out of here, it looks like. Mines, though, going out. Let's track him here. Oh, there's a hit. There's a hit.
None of the teams want to go anywhere near that gigantic mine cloud. It doesn't really seem like a mine.
The cloud of death. Oh, mine's placed all around the Lutetia. Look at this. Oh my God, the Lutetia could get out of it though. They are steaming away. Hit on the backboard though of that Pyramidion. That's going to take out the engines. Lutetia though, one engine is burning, the others are fine. Armor is down though. Hull is exposed. Mine hit still going out.
I think the what is that? Mine Launcher Gaming that just ran into a mine. I think it's really hard to tell.
I don't even know anymore.
You can tell that with the sheer amount of mines. These are some of the best pilots in the game. Or at least the most.
These are some very experienced pilots.
That's the word I'm looking for.
We do have some Hephaestus Gold League pilots in here right now with us, so certainly there is a lot of experience to be had. Lutetia still getting mined up something fierce. Attempting to get more to Metamidian has turned against them in this situation. Mine hits continuing. On the other side of the map, England's Might and the VSS in the trunk are still duking it out. Keeping an eye on the Lutetia's gone. Woo!
So hard, so fast.
Woo!
The VSS Trucker has just managed to land a harpoon on England's Might. That could be it.
Boom!
Together.
Looks like they pulled England's Might just close enough to them where they could place a mine on the far side of their ship. Get the hits. Another hit on the Mobula. England's Might is looking very weak.
It's just all over the place. There's no words for this. How are you supposed to comment on something this insane?
I hope you can keep up. England's Might losing armor. Hull is next to nothing. Their engines are burning away. Their balloon is gone. Harpoon, though, missed from the trunker. They need to get some mines below them. Oh, England's Might drifting towards one. Boom.
Just on the other side of things, we see the ships weaving and ducking and diving between mines and just desperately trying to avoid. It really doesn't help that there's a cloud on top of the mines at this point, so they can't see where they're going.
It's tough. Darwin's Way just hits multiple mines. Not a good situation for them.
It does seem like since they're using junk as a Pyramidians, they aren't being bounced around all that much. If they were using squids, then this would probably be a very different story.
Mind Guardian getting bounced pretty badly, but Mind League Gaming taking a hit on the backboard there. Engine column hurting just a little bit. Nothing dead yet, though.
I find it quite amazing. England's Might is still alive.
How are they still alive?
Love of Queen and country, I fear.
They're being kept together with pure national pride and tea.
Probably more tea than national pride, truth be told.
Fair enough. Mines are going out in front of the England's Might. They're drifting to. Oh God! Oh.
I think that one was actually remotely triggered by one of their harpoons.
Possibly. England's Might has nothing left. They've thrown up impact bumpers to try and stifle any more damage that might happen.
VSS, you just want Trucker to try and actually manage to land that harpoon, because that could be it.
That would be it. Being dragged through multiple mines would finish off that Mobula.
Yeah, but of course the flight system of ships does mean that there's a very real chance that, how do I put it? The other ships probably might be pulled too. So if Trunker does manage to land that harpoon, there's kind of an equal chance that they will also be pulled into it. Depends on where the engines are, and whoa, England's Might bouncing another mine.
Mine hits continuing in the Trunker is just having a field day right now. But Mind League Gaming also taking some nasty hits there. Can they keep it together? Where are they? I cannot find them. Oh, they're off on their own.
England's Might has just been harpooned.
Uh-oh.
And he's being pulled into a mine. That's one
no!
He's dodging all the others. Yes, really trying to get that angle.
Wow, that was some pretty impressive flying. Just trying to. Oh, ouch!
England's Might is trying to rise, but it's just going to be flying straight into a mine. Whoa! That looked painful. That looks so painful.
That looked like it hurt. I think Kirk was toying with his food there just a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Mind League Gaming is in a little bit of a pickle here, as they are entirely surrounded by mines. Oh god! Oh god!
Oh. It's kind of interesting to mention the VSS Lutria or Letria or whatever you said it was called.
Lutetia.
Lutetia. It's so. It has no S at the end. It can't be Lutetia. Either way, the VSS Lutia, Lutetia, the Lulu. It doesn't have the mine launcher harpoon setup. It does have a relatively reasonable setup of guns, and it's still not doing much to this sheer.
It can't deal with the mines. Someone made a comment in the chat room.
Oh, VSS Trucker might be about to walk into. Never mind.
Someone made a comment in the chat room that Gat Mortar Metamedians don't do that well against mines.
Oh, Darwin's away getting hit by a mine.
Darwin's Way getting surrounded by mines. Oh my goodness.
Its balloon is down there.
They're still drifting downwards ever so slightly. This is dangerous.
These guys really do deserve mention for being able to successfully land mines at this range.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Oh, we have some harpoons going out there. Mind Guardian just loses its. Oh my god!
Wow.
Which one was that? That was the Darwin's Away. Got exploded by 5 or 6 mines around it. Mines going off everywhere. Awesome.
That hit both remaining members of the red team. That was 2 or 3 mines going off at the same time. Gaming ran into all of them and hit England Might with them too.
Good lord. Lutetia gatting up the Mind League Gaming. That's going to strip its armor for this mine. Oh,
it's another one.
Oh.
That's very, very unfortunate. I'm fairly sure that Jake Sparrow's going to be feeling that one.
I think they're going to be feeling all of these. England's Might and Mind League Gaming get hit by the same mine. Gilder Unfettered gets multiple armor breaks in the same mine for that.
That's dude, this is not something you can reasonably comment on. And now Darwin's Away. I know the fight's still going on, but Darwin's Away is now approaching through a cloud into a minefield.
That just strikes me as risky.
No, you were right the first time. That strikes you as dumb.
England's Might sitting high in a relatively safe position, although it's trying to harpoon the Mind Guardian. I'm not sure that's a safe idea, considering it's probably going to get pulled a bit into those mines right in front of it.
So many mines. I didn't realize the cap was this high.
It's 5 mines per mine launcher. As many mine launchers as you want.
Looks like Trunker and Mine Launcher game, Mind League. The ship with many.
Oh!
Yeah. Harpoon action. Painful to see. Fun. Very fun.
Mm-hmm. Mind Guardian getting mined multiple times on the balloon. They've lost balloon, lost armor. They are drifting downwards quickly. Losing altitude. They could actually ground. No, their balloon comes back up. They should be fine. But Mind League Gaming getting some mines under them. Oh, he just barely avoids it.
England's Might is about to.
Never mind.
Through a minefield.
Where's England?
That's one.
Uh-oh. Oh, dear God.
Mine. That's a lot of mines.
Oh!
That was insane. Now, we might actually be seeing the same thing from Mind League gameplay. Gaming. They're just descending towards the water. If they rise, they're going to hit a mine. If they fall, they're going to hit the water. And they're going to hit the water and the mines.
They had to play the safe. They are jetting out from and away from those mines. In the Trunker, though, has mines on top of them. Mind Guardian could get bounced into mines, but no, he bounces high.
Oh. To be fair, that would have taken both ships out.
Yeah, probably. Mind League Gaming is not looking too great either. VSS in the Trunker in a great position to harpoon.
And he's going to be pulled into the mines?
No, he is not.
I can dream.
I really was hoping for it, but it did. Oh God! In the Trunker is hurting just a little bit here.
That's
from all
another
this.
harpoon. It may not look it, but those harpoons do serious hull damage.
They actually do, surprisingly enough.
They kind of have to,
I don't. Ooh, in the Trunker, getting hit and rammed. Yeah, they could drift into mines here, but what the heck? My League Gaming gets taken out by what?
By Darwin's Away.
Oh! Darwin's Away.
In his haste and desperation to take out Trunker, took out his own teammate with a mine.
That's the kind of bloodlust some of these cakes get when they have the opportunity to kill the clan leader.
Now the Darwin's Away is surrounded and running into mines. He's bounced, and unfortunately he's bounced into the trajectory of more mines potentially.
I'd be a little more worried about the Get Mortar Metaminian right behind him. Balloon goes down, but mine right in front of nope, never mind. Not right in front of Lutetia. Depth of field, Daniel. Depth of field.
Darwin's Away has managed to find a relatively mine-free zone to go down in because that balloon is taking some serious damage. But even so, with both red ships nowhere near, taking it very slow on account of the clouds surrounding the minefield, no doubt.
That's one thing.
You have a field day with Darwin's Away. Darwin's Away doesn't he's surviving. The only thing that's suffered is its balloon and 1 inch.
Oh, Lutetia getting bounced around. They cannot get a straight oh, they could back up here multiple. Oh God.
Those were just deployed. Minor League Gaming. Gotta remember that. Minor League Gaming. It's just ramming, harassing, and harpooning, and poking, and prodding, and squeezing.
He's gonna try and bounce him into this rock kind of spire here.
Oh. They're deploying mines directly where the Lucrezia is going to be. Is that another one? Is that another one? That's another one.
That's my God.
I could not do that.
How do people do that?
You know what? The Mine Guardian is running some mines now. Mine is the theme here, I hear.
This is crazy.
These gunners placing the mines exactly where the blue ships are going to be.
This is not easy to do, folks. At all. At all. Darwin's Away has lost almost all of its components, just getting its engines back up. In the Trunker, though, getting in a position to help to try and take it out. Harpoon was successful, but it's pulling the Trunker more than it's pulling the Darwin's Away.
Like I said, it does depend so much on the direction of the engines, the trajectory of the ship, and the amount of just velocity they have. That's the word I'm looking for, velocity.
Darwin's Away is no longer drifting. It has its engines back up and easily dodging mine shots. In the Trunker, in the meantime, losing its balloon. It's going to tap water just a couple times. Armor does go down from that, but not bad.
Just the mines being just deployed to the side of just saying, no, sit down.
Look at this mine cloud. This is so dangerous.
Oh, Darwin's Away might be about to. No.
Oh!
Someone take that. I think someone managed to take that out with a harpoon. Just take all the mines out.
This is crazy.
It really is. And these ships are so low, but since they are equipped with mines and harpoons, they have a difficulty. Just so much difficulty to actually finish the job.
It can be very hard. Getting that perfectly placed mine in time when the armor is broken, it's difficult to do because of how slow the shot actually travels.
And now we see the Lutia attacking Darwin's Away with the Gats mortar, which is the standard meta setup.
They haven't had any luck today at all whatsoever.
It just doesn't seem to have the ability to finish anything in this range. Probably because they keep getting bounced around by the dozen mines being fired by the enemies and their own teammates.
Yeah, if you can't point a specific direction, it's hard to keep a Get Mortar Metaminian on target. Normally that's not a problem, but when you throw mines into the equation, it's very difficult. England's might losing its armor. It's still getting mined by the Mine Guardian, and it looks like In the Trunker's coming in to help as well. But
taking damage from its own mines.
Yeah, looks like they're having a little tough time getting on target with those.
Oh, England's might, I think, managed to land the harpoon on Trucker, pulling it down to the water.
Oh!
But it's too little, too late. Score is now 6-5 in favor of the blue team. The blue team only have to kill one more ship. Darwin's Away, right there, with the mines behind and around. Oh! Yes,
ouch.
Very unfortunate. And there it is.
Ooh, all right. So really impressive kill there by In the Trunker.
See the replay of that.
It just actually passed, unfortunately.
Oh.
In the Trunker grabbed the Mobula with a harpoon and yanked it straight towards it. Now, there wasn't a lot of momentum going either direction, so they both kind of floated towards each other. But the Mobula hit a mine midair, taking its armor down. It was so low on hull that when it bumped against the Junker, evaporated. Gone.
That was pure demolition.
Oh.
It may not have been the most effective strategy. We're probably not going to see it in the competitive events, but by God, mines
It's
are
fun as heck. Fun as heck.
I hope that one day I will be able to talk the Muse team into setting up a random wind system for maps combined with mines, so that on like one of the tiny maps like Duel at Dawn,
Oh my goodness.
just to see who the truly elite pilots are.
Alrighty,
Or
folks.
mine.
We're going to be right back. Swallow, thank you for joining us here today.
Of course, it was
Tell the audience what you do when it comes to the Guns of Icarus community.
fair enough. I am the pariah of Guns of Icarus. I hang around, sometimes cast, sometimes stream, very rarely. Normally, you can find me doing the patch notes for the patch note videos that are available on the news channel, and you can also see me around, potentially handling or helping out with a few more events. That's about it, really.
There we go. Thank you for joining us here today. We're going to be right back. We're going to go to the Be Right Back screen, and we'll be right back with James T. Kirk. Don't go anywhere, folks. Thank you for joining us. You're
Yes,
watching the Iron Fork of Friend right here on twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show. I'm Dan, joined this time around
Who is it?
by James Tiberius Kirk.
Oh, it's me. Oh gosh. I'd like to thank the committee. I'd like to thank the Rob and Dan Show for hosting.
Shut up! You are of course the leader of Cake,
Of course.
the organizer of this event. Although you are not the organizer of this event. That's Jacob.
I organized the original one. Jacob runs it.
You organized the first?
I did. We got together. It was originally just going to be a meetup where we all just sat together and talked. But
Yeah.
this is before we had our Mumble. So we were like, let's just go meet up in game. And they're like, well, why don't we just play games? So and then that was the first Iron Fork where we all just
Wait. We actually play Guns of Icarus?
Yeah, I know, it's weird. Usually you just sit in the lobby and talk with people. Sometimes it's shooting squares in Clouds of Icarus online. That's a fun adaptation.
Ooh, my favorite. We do have some slots in game, folks. If you want to join in, the password is Rocky Road. All one word, no capital letters. Ooh. So, how about the mine?
I was just about to say that last game, though.
That last game.
Oh my gosh, I had Gilder, who is an accomplished mine gunner, of course.
He has a bit of a mine obsession. He
Oh
has a minor obsession.
Boo! Boo! Boom! Like a mine. Anyway,
Boom goes the dynamite.
And boom goes the dynamite. And then we were just sitting there, and it was right, like we were down 1, and then it tied 1-1, and they were down 2-1, is I believe how it went. And then someone just goes, "We have a Metamidian. How are we not like owning right now?" And then we just look over, and Helly is just like spinning, like the mines are just spinning him in circles.
New vote is up.
Remember, folks, go ahead and get in chat. Vote !team vote space red or !team vote space blue to vote on which team you think is going to win. Now, my vote's going to be on red team.
Let me log in real quick. Wait for this
Personally,
to
I'm looking at the pilots the red team has, they're going to win. Just saying.
Melon, Fox, Gilder. Ooh, yeah, that's quite the MLG correlation.
Highly rated.
Highly rated. Very, very accomplished, very experienced. Oh, it's not loading. I want to vote. I want to vote for the blue team because I love me as an underdog.
The vote system is fancy and shiny and new, and Rob has worked very hard on it. I want to link you the instant replay.
And get your votes in right now because match is starting in about 16 seconds.
Oh, Jesus.
No! Well, log in! I must vote! I'm not going to get to vote.
Oh, someone uninvited and reset timer.
Oh, thank God. There's time. There's time. There's hope. Nope, that's not loading. Whatever. Let it be known that I'm all for the underdogs.
You're voting blue?
I am, even though I can't do it because there's just the universe conspires against me.
Okay, we're at the 5-second mark, stopping the vote.
Vote is tied. People could not make up their minds.
All about that underdog. See,
well, actually, with your vote, it's swung in blue's favor.
Yeah.
Desert Scrap is the map, and that rhymed. This is one of our favorites here on the Iron Fork. Kirk, tell us about it.
There is a big point in the middle. It's a huge map. No one cares though because there's a point in the middle, and it's in the middle of the large ship, and you get it and you hold it, and then you win. The end.
Alrighty, really fast loadouts because this is gonna be fast from here. We have Melon McCrabenathy flying the VSS Keiko. Do not see him flying that too often. Carronades on the right, left, watches, flamethrower on the side and back, harpoon, question mark face. We have the Darwin's away, flown by Fox. We have mine launchers on the side, mine launcher on the front, mine launcher on the side. God dang it. We have Jacob's Jukebox, flown by Gilder Unfettered, getting hit by a mine. I believe that was actually from an ally. Good shot, Red 2. Jacob's Jukebox, we have on the right-hand side, Flamer Mortar. We have a front mine launcher and left side mine launcher harpoon. Go ahead, Kirk.
And on the blue team, we have the Heartbreaker, which just got hit by a Hwaja. But those front guns were a Light Flak and a Hades with a Flamer on the side. Next is the VSS Alexandria, Carronade, Hwaja, Mortar on the port side, and Hwaja Carronade on the starboard with a Flamer on the back. And to wrap things up, the Saint Damien Demon dying. It's a galleon with double Hwaja Gatling on the left and Hwaja Carronade on the right with a harpoon on the back. Again, that's 2 galleons with rear harpoon.
Whoa! Darwin's Way just got rammed by the Saint Demon. Keiko is going to get rammed here, getting bounced into the side, but most of the momentum was lost
Yeah,
into the Keiko's balloon.
Oh gosh, Damon just got hit by a mine, another mine, and they're just grinding up against the wall there. However, it is a galleon, so it's gonna be able to eat a lot of those mines before we see any huge negative repercussions of the many broken.
The Alexandria getting hit massively. Another mine smacking it right on the main deck there, the lower deck rather. St. Demon just barely keeping things together. Oh my goodness, Jacob's Jukebox not looking good either. Most of the guns on that down. Mines are spread throughout this area.
God. There's no way to tell whose mines are whose, and mines have no friends, only targets. So it is very dangerous to be moving about this point. People are taking mines all over the place. And there is a single ship without something that is broken.
Jacob's Jukebox getting Goomba stomped by the Saint Demon there, but actually bounces back. Oh, no, I scratched that. Oh my goodness.
Not enough. Those junkers have a really funny habit of, oh my gosh, of bouncing back up after they hit the ground, but there goes the galleon. Holy cow. Keiko is actually doing fairly well, all things considered, compared to, say, the Alexandria.
Which has nothing.
Which has nothing. It has one engine. It has one engine. And now it's got a gun, but nothing in arcs at all.
Yeah, Heartbreaker doing a great job on the Alexandria, getting it under control.
Oh!
Whoa.
It got mined completely off, absolutely back and to the right. Just, that got turned around in an instant, and that is the ability that mines have. They can turn an engagement.
Oh, God.
So fast. Like he just had a great bead on the Keiko. Hades was going in. Flak was getting ready. And then mines, it was gone. Mines, it was further gone. More mines, and it was dead. That was absolutely beautiful. Alexandria is not too far behind. No hull, very little perma. There goes the balloon. There goes the ship.
Oh,
so now red team is completely able to capture this point. They're probably going to mine up the entrance there, which is going to make it very difficult for anything to get in, such as St. Damien, who is attempting to get into the point now. Mines are, hit the Jacob's Jukebox instead. It just got rammed in. Is he going to hit that one too? Yes, he is.
Jeez.
Who's piloting that? Who's pissed off right now? Gilder. Who's Gilder pissed off at?
Saint Demon is moving in.
But
it's
wow.
Oh my God.
Holy Hwacha. And come on. It's got no balloon. It's got no armor. It's got one gun, which is on fire, and a single engine. Things are starting to come back.
Mine in front and below him.
Jukebox is taking some Hades pretty hard, taking it well, actually. The balloon is...
They're dealing with it.
Damien just got a nick left. That mine, if it impacts, yep.
Wasn't even the mine. It was the ground.
Oh, was that just the ground?
That was just the ground. Those mines are unimpacted still. But look at this mine wall that's going on right now. You can't get through that without major risk. Alexander's going to try to make it over.
Play Minesweeper? Like, if I had a galleon and I had moonshine and I had impact bumpers, I would run that just to clear it, just because it would be fun.
You are a risk taker on a level I cannot even describe.
That's what the ladies do.
Oh my goodness. Alexandria has made it in, but they're hurting something fierce.
Yeah, he's getting
fires all over.
He's getting that flame mortar side of the Jacob's Jukebox, which is surprisingly effective, actually.
It actually is. That's shocking. But I think the Alexandria has been more concerned with not hitting 70 billion mines coming in than with making sure chem sprays are up.
Oh, there is just so much happening right now. It is pretty much impossible to be talking about it all, other than the word chaos. Holy! The Alexandria just turned that around.
What did they do? How did they do that?
I think they slammed them against the wall, just closed the door on them, turned the ship hard and swung the back end around. And just, wow, with absolutely nothing, they really turned that around.
Mines are going out on the Alexandria. Jacob's Jukebox is trying to get hits, but it's just not happening quite yet. Could have. There's a hit. Oh,
there's another one. And these galleons are just melting to these mines. It just shows you we've got some really, really good mine gunners out there today. Either that or just the sheer number is put the chances up to the point where it's something that's happening pretty commonly. Oh, Darwin just got the whole strip, and there goes a Hwacha. Ouch.
So as it stands, I'm trying to make sense of what's happening here, and it's just not happening.
There's
one thing we're seeing.
It's actually, you can wrap up everything that's happening in one word. Pandemonium is, I believe, the proper term for this.
Pandemonium is accurate. One thing
Keiko
we're
getting
seeing,
hammered from two sides. Is Keiko just like trying to distract the Heartbreaker? And the
I think they
Alexandria?
are. I really think they are.
They're doing a really good job of it. They're doing a really, really good job of it.
We see 3 galleons though in this game. 3 galleons happening right now. We've also seen a lot of galleon rams. Now, it's worked against the junkers, but when those galleons are getting aggressive against each other, those rams aren't connecting properly because galleon versus galleon ram, no one's really going to move much. It's like one boulder tapping into another. It's just
the sumo wrestling match where they just
it's not really going to do much. So it's throwing off some positioning and knocking more ships than I think these galleons would prefer into mines.
Oh, Jacob Juicebox. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Were you watching that? That was beautiful.
They got pinched.
That was beautiful. Like the Damien just brought him right down with them in their broadside, continued to hammer them, and Jacob tried to escape, and Damien just went right up against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like a
I
boulder.
believe that was just a quick flick with that lower fin, wasn't it?
No, they were up against one wall, and the Junker tried to skirt between the galleon and the front wall, and they just kicked it into forward. Alexandria, hull is down, mines are hitting. However, they were able to get out of Hwacha, get out a lot of the Keiko's weapons and their armor while they're getting hit with some... Wow. I mean, this is just... Things are just turning around so quickly.
That was great focus fire. That was really great focus fire from the
Oh, yeah. I mean, mines are throwing people off of arcs. We're getting a lot of, like, focus fire and crossfire and, you know, ships switching targets for a second because we have a lot of... Actually, do we have exclusively broadside ships? No, we have one Pyramidion. Everything else is very heavily broadside oriented. So, you know, you're switching targets very often. Sometimes it's easier to just shoot at the other ship rather than refocus on the ship that was just with you a second ago.
Yep, a successful harpoon, but St. Damon,
that was beautiful.
Instead of pulling the Darwins away into the mines, St. Damon pulled itself into the mines.
Oh, I thought that was a Oh, wow.
Yep.
How heavy are junkers? Oh gosh.
I guess they're pretty heavy. I don't know. Maybe that junker was reversing at the same time.
I used to know, Dan. I used to know. I'm losing my edge. I used to know the weight classes of all the ships. All I remember right now is galleons the heaviest. I lift.
Do you even buff stuff?
I lift Spires, which are the second heaviest ship in the game, tied with the Goldfish.
No, I was commenting on this in the other game. You rarely, if ever, fly your Spire. Halfway because I hate Spires, and I usually complain about it when you make me fly on one. I think I'm actually partially to blame for the fact you don't really fly Spires too much. I feel kind of bad.
No. I have like a Spire urge. Like I'm gonna fly a Spire, and I fly one for like one match, and I completely own it. It's like, why do I not fly Spires? And then I fly them a second match, and then I get completely owned. I'm like, let's never fly Spires again. So it's just a cycle that has completed itself today. I actually quit while I'm ahead. So I've got my Spire fill for a while, Dan. You need not worry.
Thank goodness. Chaos and as you said earlier, pandemonium reigning on top of the point. Red team's been able to keep at least one ship on the point this entire time, although blue nearly decapped it.
Yeah. If I could just draw everyone's attention to the overlay and that there is no ship that is in perfect condition. Everything has at least one gun broken. Some ships more than others, such as the Alexandria.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, wow. Double kill on the blue team. Double kill.
Not only was that a double kill, that was double kill on both of the galleons at the same time.
Wow. That was brutal. And the red team completely recaps the point now because the Heartbreaker is just like out of position, too far away. He's got that Hades flak, so he can't really get in the point and be too aggressive because of, oh gosh, and he's paying for that as the galleon just sweeps around and unleashes a broadside. Like, when Muse designed the galleon, I think that what just happened is what they had in mind.
Mm-hmm. That was gorgeous.
That was beautiful.
Heartbreaker is getting...
Wow. Melon literally flew circles around that Pyramidion.
It's not easy to do with the galleon either.
Especially, it's not easy and your gunners complain. Trust me, that's the worst. A whiny gunner. Few things are the bane of a pilot's existence. Stop turning, I can't hit him.
You wouldn't know about that, would you?
Not Saint. Oh, Saint Damien is getting really close to. Oh!
I love this stuff.
Hitting the Jacob's Jukebox pretty hard, actually. Took the brunt of a Hwacha, but he is balloon blocking. Good job. That is a thing that I feel is not utilized enough on Junkers, where just use that balloon, especially against any Gatling sort of thing. Unless you can keep the balloon up Darwin's away. That's an important part of balloon blocking.
That is critical. That's mission critical. St. Damon getting mined ever so gently, and then
actually, I think that
losing its
helped
armor to a ramp.
I think that put them in arcs for those watches and just maneuver them into that corner very well. Those watches will be up any second now, nice and loaded. Darwin's away, pulling right into arcs.
They're turning away. The St. Damon's turning away.
Who are they going to hit? Oh, the jukebox. There go the burst rounds. There goes. Actually, that was not, all things considered, there's still a gun alive. And for a burst watch on a Junker, that should not be a thing that's happening.
No. Jacob's jukebox using the balloon.
A couple mines and Heartbreakers down, but I think they just emptied the clip.
Look at that. Jacob's jukebox used their own balloon to block St. Damon's Watcha burst there.
Mm-hmm.
A great positioning.
Absolutely, balloon blocking. As I was saying earlier, huge thing on a Junker. They've got that huge balloon and that tiny hole profile. You can hide it completely. You can hide your hole completely underneath your balloon. And it's especially effective against meta builds and your basic armor strip, perma hole destroy, because neither of those weapons do particularly well against a balloon.
You can't kill. You can't strip armor when you're hitting the balloon in the first place.
Exactly. And that's something I think Junkers excel at and is very highly underutilized. St. Damon is going into the pit of despair without a balloon.
That's not a place you want. Ooh, great mind placement from the Darwins away.
Can we rename this Iron Fork of Friday number 40 Michael Bay edition?
Michael Bay edition. I think we'd get in trouble for that, actually.
How can we call it Michael May?
Mine, Colbay.
Oh.
I quit. I'm done. You guys can just do your thing.
All right. So the Alexandria is moving into position for that Hawasha, but he takes a heavy mine. St. Damon is taking a heavy flamer from Jacob's jukebox. Its armor is melting. He has a 4-stack only on that hold. So that it looks like they are trying their best to keep it under control. He's quickly building up 10, 11, 12, 16. I skipped some numbers because that fire is stacking fast. And
Very
of course, it's doing that DPS. I thought you left. What are you doing here?
I decided to come back because I was not going to put up with the Kirk and Rob show.
You do Kirk and Rob show. I was all ready to cash in on that too. Mines, in a word, mines are going off right now.
Mines may be happening.
Oh.
Alexandria getting
took a heavy
brutalized.
mine and a Hwacha and just, that was the match. Forgot to watch the timer.
We get so excited about the mines, we lose track of everything else.
Wow.
That was great time wasting on the part of the red team. Not only did they engage at times when they could outside the cap zone, but they always had someone sitting on the point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very
and
important.
As we were talking about how quickly mines can turn an engagement, even when you have the advantage, it is still a very slow kill.
It is.
Because you need to be landing those shots at the opportune times when the hold is down, and that's oftentimes very hard. So, long, drawn-out engagement, good positioning, red team, GG. Not to say blue team did a very good job. Also killing, also getting in the point. They almost turned it over that one time. They were a sliver away.
They almost did.
Can we vote for Desert Scrap again?
Shut up, Rob.
No ambush. Actually, I'm feeling.
I'm figuring Canyon ambush.
I'm feeling that bush to the am.
That sounds don't say
that
it
yan
like
to
that.
the cam. That bush to the am.
Oh my God. Oh, we're gonna get in trouble for that one.
You guys miss me? Did you miss me? Do you miss me, Dan? Did you miss me? Dan, you miss me? Dan missed me. That is as close to I care about you so much, Kirk, and I missed you, and you bring joy.
We need Kirk and Oracle on one of these shows, because just like boxing, it's a KO.
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty good. Plus, one of them, because they're both so energetic, one of them will eventually get tired.
What if oh my gosh, just a marathon?
24 hours of work.
Marathon stream where we just stream until one of us drops.
24 hours of Icarus.
Yes.
No, Kirk, you owed me guns last night and you dropped out on me.
I did. I know, I'm very sorry. But there was a thing and there was a person and the person needed things and I had to oblige to the things of the person.
Okay, I got you.
You got the
Gotcha.
you got the gist.
All right, tonight then.
Mhm.
Okay. Just say I miss actually playing Guns of Icarus this week.
There we go. We got it. I miss Kirk. That's what he said.
I miss.
Let the record show. Dan said I miss Kirk.
I miss Kirk. Fine.
Let me run. High five stream. Woo!
I'm sorry. I'm thinking that like Miss Pac-Man, Miss Kirk, Mr. Kirk.
What?
This.
Oh, I miss Kirk. Oh God.
Oh my goodness. Oh, hey folks in chat. Thanks for joining us here. This is the Iron Fork of Friday right here at twitch.tv/the Rob and Dan Show. So glad you have the opportunity to join us. We're here with James T. Kirk, leader of Cake, as we reset things and get set up for game number 4 tonight. We're going through them pretty fast today. Going through them just a little quickly. And that may or may not have been the mind's fault.
Oh man.
This is, of course, a public event. If you would like to join in, the password is Rocky Road. Simply find the Iron Fork of Friday lobby number 40.
And Rocky
in the
Road
game
is
listing.
one word, and there are no capitals in it.
Yep.
That's an important thing. I always have trouble with that whenever I'm joining a match, where it's like, password is this. Type it in, spaces, capitals. And I ask people, I say, there's spaces and capitals, and they go, yes. And I go, okay. And then I'm like, okay, well, spaces and capitals. Let me try just spaces. And let me do just capitals. And I go, dude, the password isn't working. And they're like, did you do spaces and capitals? I go, yes. I go, they're none of that. And I said, you told me. And then I get angry, and then I fuel that rage into my gameplay. And that's how we win.
That's how you put your ship through their ship?
And that is where I find the energy, the drive, the grit to continue putting my ship through their ship.
For me, it's a Red Bull.
Yeah,
But that's just me.
If you want to cheat, you want to cheat about it.
Well, there we go. Let's go ahead and throw up the vote to see who our audience thinks is going to win this next one here.
Here it is.
You'll be able to type in the chat !team vote space red or !team vote space blue.
What team is Melon on? Melon's on the red team. All right, team vote blue.
Rob, could you do a team vote blue for us as well, please?
Team vote red it is.
I know he did blue. No, Rob is taunting me. He did blue.
Boom. Oh, I gotta log in. Forgot to do that thing.
You keep forgetting stuff.
I'm actually alt tabbed because it wasn't Twitch was not doing my Steam overlay, was not loading chat, so I'm tabbed.
No bueno.
No bueno indeedo.
You can also go to twitch.tv/RobandDanShow/chat, and it won't load up the video or anything. It'll just do the chat room on the page.
What?
It's amazing.
Dude, you're just blowing my mind. You can't do that to me.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, you're right.
Well, we got to buy him dinner first.
Rob,
Yes, Master?
we're going to have a talk later.
Can I come?
Well, no, I'm not going to continue with that.
Thank you.
Let's pretend that never happened, shall we?
Yeah, let's forget that whole existence in the first place. We do have a spectator slot open in the lobby if you wish to join us. The map is going to be Fight over Fernfeld. Usually this is a mid-range engagement that can devolve to a brawl should the lines break.
I don't know. We got a lot of brawly ships, especially on the blue team. Oh wait, hang on. We got a mid-range Pyramidian. I just said that before I even checked the loadouts because I thought we were going from what we had last match. Let's see. We got Merc Artemis side on the Junker. We got Hades Flak and a Watch of Fish. So that's all mid-range possible, definitely, over on the blue team. We got a lot-
DJ chat's asking if he can change his vote. DJ, I did not see you put a vote in.
No, he did. Team vote red. Right after the vote started.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Well, sorry, DJ. No, you can't change your vote.
That was in
apparently-
your selection, Pieman lives.
Apparently, he's a big Melon fan. He's a fan of Melon.
Who's a fan of Melon?
DJ in chat.
Oh. No. He voted red and he wanted to change. So quite the inverse.
I think it's kind of like picking on the wimpy little kid on the
And
playground.
vote is ending. Match is starting.
The wimpy little melon on the playground.
67% of our audience thought or thinks that blue team's going to win this one. I'm inclined to agree. I voted blue. That's all I got. Is the map?
Okay, wait, hang on. Ironically, I think there might be a fire in my house, like legitimately. So I'm gonna go real quick.
Take care of that.
The
Take care
irony
of-
is very painful. Hopefully I'll be back in a second.
Do you think it was mines?
It was probably mine's. But if there's an actual emergency and we're joking about it, I'm going to feel bad.
And you should.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Going over the ships here. The Floppy Flop man ship. That is a lumber spire with mine launcher and a pair of Hades. We also have the Gene Wilder, flown by QFoxP. We have a lumber and a couple mine launchers and a flare gun on it. And we have the Heartbreaker, double Hades front Pyramidion, flown by Jake Sparrow. We also have some flamethrowers on the side. For the blue side of things, we have the Jacobs Baron Box, flown by Gilder. Left-hand side is Merkart. Front is Mines. And the right-hand side is Harpoon Carronade. Okay. We also have the Lutetia, piloted by Halia Farron. Hades Flak on the front with Flamer Carronade on the side. And the Goblin's Bride, which is quickly heading into a mountain, bumping and losing armor. A little bit of trouble there. Flown by Ajir. New face to the Iron Fork. It is a squid with Gat front, side Artemis, and back flamethrower. Alrighty, getting into the game here. Floppy Flop Manship and Gene Wilder with their long-range firepower putting a lot of pressure on the blue side of things. Jacob's Baron Box especially very vulnerable to that with its large balloon. Goblin's Bride not really able to do much at the moment. It can't really get close right now. Looks like the gunner on that ship trying different ammos on the Catling to see what might hit. Fire from the Heartbreaker, that double Hades flying all about the Lutetia, but having accuracy issues all the while. Lutetia and Goblin's Bride both losing balloon. Armor down on Goblin's Bride. Lutetia losing its balloon again. In just a little bit of trouble. In just a smidgen of trouble. Meanwhile, the Jacobs Baron Box has gotten in close to the Floppy Flop Manship. Melon is ramming with a Spire. Okay. Goblin's Bride able to get in close as well. These mines going to be just a little bit of an issue. Oh, dear God. Goblin's Bride getting hit by at least one of them. Jacob's Baron Box losing its balloon. Again, the Floppy Flop Manship using that Lumberjack very well. Mine hits all over the place. Goblin's Bride is in a lot of trouble. In a lot of trouble. I'm pretty impressed by how the Floppy Flop Manship is using that Lumberjack. Those shots are not easy to make. Goblin's Bride getting very low. God. Hades shot finishing them off. First point goes to the red side of things with the kill on the Goblin's Bride. The Lutetia now taking a lot of the red team firepower, losing its balloon. They have impact bumpers in case they start to ground out. It looks like they're throwing on them on prematurely before they even get close to the ground. They're getting focused fire pretty heavily. Jacob's Baron Box not able to provide enough support fire to keep the Lutetia alive in this situation. I don't think it has a lot of life left in it. Bumping against the water from the looks of things. The fact that Kirk isn't back yet scares me. Really? Kind of worries me, I'm going to be honest. Jacob's Baron Box now all alone against these Spires and the Heartbreaker, or mid-range Pyramidion. Jacob's Baron Box losing its balloon. Uh-oh. Okay, so we have heard from Kirk. He says everything is cool, just got to do a little cleanup, very minor damage.
Okay, so it wasn't a mine.
It wasn't a mine, it was only minor damage.
Okay.
The Goblin's Bride is coming up behind the Heartbreaker and the Gene Wilder very quickly. They are not moving as fast as I think they should be, though. Definitely should be kerosining right now. Gatfire getting down on the floppy flop manship, but Lumberjack shots quickly taking the balloon out on the Goblin's Bride. They simply were not moving fast enough to avoid any firepower. Jacob's Baron Box, in the meantime, is getting pressured by the Heartbreaker. Looks like both of the Spires are focusing on the Goblin's Bride while the Lutetia comes back in on their left. The Jacob's Baron Box now has clean shot on the Heartbreaker, but Heartbreaker is ignoring it in favor of the Lutetia. I think it's a little bit of a mistake, at least on the Heartbreaker's part. Goblin's Bride losing armor, losing balloon. Hull is going down very quickly. Armor comes back up, but Floppy Flop Manship has their number. They are gone. Look at that debris just raining down. There we go. Lutetia closing the distance very quickly with the Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker struggling to control the damage and to deal damage at the same time to Lutetia. Heartbreaker reeling backwards, but Flax loading into the hull. They're gone. 3-1 in favor of red team still. But now the Spires have no protection. They are on their own. Jacob's Baron Box doing what he can while Lutetia comes in to support him. Hades Flak Fire going to be focused mostly on the Gene Wilder from the looks of things. Floppy Flop Manship losing its armor. They're starting to take some pretty serious hits, actually. It looks like Lutetia, though, is ignoring them entirely. Jacob's Baron Box going very low, trying to avoid some fire, but struggling with not being able to keep their balloon up at all against that Lumberjack. Floppy Flop Manship trying to turn to engage the Jacob's Baron Box. Mine goes out right next to the Baron Box, but, oh, they back up into it, and then a mine right in front. That's going to rock that. Oh my, they didn't actually lose any components to that. That's really impressive. That's very impressive. Mostly, that's probably due to positioning on the mines, but I'm honestly not sure. Just because of how absolutely random that is. Going back to the Lutetia here. Looks like Gene Wilder is approaching it. Mines and Lumberjack shots going out on it. Balloon goes down. Armor is starting to take some pretty serious hits. Impact bumpers on Lutetia are up. Certainly, they went into this feeling like grounding out was going to be an issue. 80 shots coming in from the Heartbreaker, though, considering the range, that's actually very accurate firepower. Gene Wilder is out of arc now, entirely of Lutetia, but those Hades shots still raining in. Goblin's Bride trying to assist Lutetia, but Floppy Flop Manship, in the meantime, actually taking it from the Baron Box just a bit. Gene Wilder losing its armor for just a moment, bringing it back up. Goblin's Bride is going to have an easy time running routes around that spire, while both red ships focus on the Lutetia. Armor is down once again. Impact bumpers are up. Balloon is gone. Lumberjack shots loading in with Hades. Armor comes back up at the last minute, though. Not enough. Not enough. That focus firepower was simply too much damage to out-repair, even with the impact bumpers up. 4-1 in favor of the red team. Goblin's Bride trying to get the best of Gene Wilder. That Gatling alone, though, isn't going to do enough. Lumberjack shots loading into the balloon of the Goblin's Bride, but they were dodging a couple of them. Balloon does go down, though. Mine in front. They bounce at a very weird angle. Heartbreaker tried to get a Goomba Stomp on them, but they go right past. Goblin's Bride had a lot of momentum there from that mine burst. Goblin's Bride bumps. Oh my goodness. Random shot there from the floppy flop manship. With that lumberjack takes out the Goblin's Bride. 5-1 in favor of the red team. Jacob's Baron box. In the meantime, trying to get shots on the floppy flop manship to finish it off. It's obvious that the ship is doing very poorly based on its model. But floppy flop able to keep things together. Armor goes down. One shot. There it is. Jacob's Baron box having a bit of a tough time finishing it off, but they do get the kill. 5-2, still in favor of the red team. Heartbreaker and Gene Wilder both in a bit of a holding pattern, it looks like. Gene Wilder going to get a bit aggressive here against Lutetia. Lumberjack shots going out. Flare is out as well. I believe that is from the blue team. Floppy flop manship, if we open up the map here, spawned on the far north side. They're going to come in behind the blue team and try to start taking some pot shots on them. Should be pretty effective considering they have not just good balloon arcs, but good arcs on the engine columns of the Lutetia and the Goblin's Bride as well. And of course, all dependent on if the Gene Wilder and the Heartbreaker can hold the blue team at bay. This is quite a bit of firepower to deal with for them. So they may have to give some ground, which will only delay the floppy flop manship's engagement even longer. Gene Wilder dodging some shots there from the Lutetia. Great shot dodge. They're going below the Lutetia. Great dodge. Lutetia hits a mine as well. And now floppy flop manship has lumberjack arcs on the Lutetia. This is going to get pretty messy for them if the floppy flop manship can keep connecting. There's the balloon kill. Goblin's Bride, Jacob's Baron box, all surrounding the Gene Wilder, though. Not the best situation for them. Gene Wilder losing its armor. Goblin's Bride using the butt of the squid to keep pressure on the Gene Wilder, but they hit a couple mines. Lose arc. Goodness, we lost the Lutetia to the Heartbreaker. Goblin's Bride could be the last kill for this one. If it can't get things under control, they are spiraling downwards. Balloon is still out. Armor goes down. There's the kill. Congratulations. 7-2 win for the red team. Hopefully everything is all right with Kirk. But he didn't come back. Little concern. Ooh. It's not easy to cast those solo. I'm just going to say that right now. A lot of folks... Oh, Heartbreaker lost their pilot? Wow. Great win considering they did not have a pilot. Huh. Those are not easy to cast alone, though. I'll say that right now. Whew. The votes in the chat room there were off, unfortunately. You guys mostly voted for the blue team. That includes myself.
Setting up a new vote now.
Red team was the one that got the win. We'll see which team you guys think is going to pull this next one out here. We got a lot of experience on the red side of things with Gilder and Mellon both piloting. We're going to vote for Canyon Ambush. No, actually, Northern Fjords. I'm going to vote Northern Fjords.
As did I, because we haven't seen it tonight yet.
Yes, folks, I have read Reth's post, and I am not going to pay any attention to it. Whew. Go ahead and type in chat, ! team vote space red, or ! team vote space blue for the team you think is going to win. Personally, I'm going to go the direction of red.
It was a rainy night. By the window, sitting with an almost done Sudoku
Rob,
and a cup.
Rob,
Yes?
no.
Oh.
No. I don't care what kind of time we have to fill. We're not reading that.
An improvised Irish coffee.
No.
He sighed.
No. Stop. Thank you, Rob. It also was not a rainy night because apparently Kirk's house set on fire. So far... No, Rethburn, no. So far, pretty much everyone thinks the red team's going to take it. In fact, no one's voted. We had a vote for Team Fanfiction. That's wonderful.
Can I at least read the part about the longing sigh escaping your lips?
No! No. People commenting in the stream as to the fact that the chat room has been wrong most of the time. Again, pretty much everyone voting. People who like the blue team, where are you guys? Is there no one here that likes the blue team right now? I just saw, by the way, Radbot spat out after Pieman Lives voted for Team Fanfiction.
Yep,
that was an invalid selection, Pieman Lives.
Yep.
Please enter team vote, followed by red or blue. Oh, oopsie. Oh, dear. Everything's fine. We have, unfortunately, lost Kirk. Guys, stop messaging me about that. We have a lot of goldfish going into this next one. A couple. Actually, a good mix. Only one Pyramidion? Are you kidding me? On Canyon Ambush? That's miraculous.
He was reminded of better days.
No. 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 Thank you.
You just don't want me to get to the end, do you?
I don't want you to read any of it. At all. Ever.
At least I don't have an echo chamber like every other caster has now.
What do you mean?
A lot of casters have echo, like an echo and a reverb setting on their mixers now.
Oh my god.
Excessive profanity, Zeke, man versus game.
I remember when Wyatt got his, and he just played with it for a couple days. The Pyramidion has been in quite a lot of games. Lutesha. Alia has said, nope, I'm going to fly the Pyramidion. Except for the game we had the Alexandrian on Desert Scrap. That time he went Galleon. That time he went Galleon. Do have odd ships in this one. A squid and a mobula. In addition to the two goldfish, Pyramidion and Junker. So we have some normal stuff, and then we have some abnormal stuff in this one. Era, just so you... Did Era actually vote?
No.
Era, you have to type exclamation point, team vote, space, blue to vote for blue team. It's an automated system. It is not done by us by hand, unless Rob feels like rigging the vote.
Well, the automated system was done by hand. Oh, okay, the match is getting ready to begin, so I am actually ending the vote.
Let's close it down. 100% of the audience votes red, with Wonka trying to vote blue at the last minute. Era never getting the vote for blue in. So there were technically 2 votes for blue that did not quite get it in time.
Yeah. It happens.
Canadian Ambush is the map. Be hopping into game here very shortly. We've seen this map once already today. No team read it. Rob does not exist because Rob will not be reading it. Let's go over the team loadouts here. First up, Cooking with the Cock. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Flown by Melon McCrabernathy. Front Hades, side Carronade, and back Flak. The VSS Abdicative, piloted by Jacob. Watcha on there with a flamer, double flamers, actually. And we have the last ship on the red side, the Fresh Meal, piloted by no one. Ajir has disconnected, or has not connected yet. So they are Sans pilot. Ara's picked up the piloting job there. Over on the blue side of things, Darwin's Dream, piloted by Fox. It is a Mobula, bottom deck flamers, main deck carronades, top deck flamer. That is a total Brawlbula. We also have the Lutetia, piloted by Halia. It is a got mortar Metamidian with flamer and carronade on the side. And we have the Volo Pro Veritas, piloted by Wonka Vicious. On the right-hand side, Gap Mortar. On the left-hand side, Gap Mortar. On the front, we have an Artemis. Backing back out here. Ratbird, stop it! I hate you all. Stop it. The Lutetia has quite eagerly charged into the red team, eating the Fresh Meal alive. Great pressure there, but Lutetia is actually turning away, I think partially because they lost their armor, giving the Abdicative a total butt shot on him from the engine column. Lutetia is in a lot of pain here. Darwin's Dream coming in, though. Flamethrowers are on top of it, and it looks like everything is on fire. Every component, or almost every component rather, is on fire on the Darwin's Dream.
Dude, think of Kirk. Be sensitive.
Everything is on fire. Fresh Meal is, thanks to a Watcher Burst, the Cooking with the Cock gets the final few hits on Lutetia, taking it down for the first kill and point for the red team. Fresh Meal is getting hit from multiple directions, but the Veritas is taking some fire from the Abdicative, dodging a Watcha shot just a few moments ago. They're trying to get fire on the Abdicative, but they're being just a little squiffy. Oh, we had another kill there. That was Darwin's Dream. Mobula getting pressed against this large rock pillar. Cooking with the Cock. Coke? I'm not too sure. I'm going to say Coke.
I just say Cog because it sounds.
Cog?
I'll just say Cog.
Okay. Abdicative getting a great Watcher Burst actually off on the Veritas. Fresh Meal coming around with their Watcha. We should see burst here shortly. Ram from the Abdicative. Cooking with the Coke or Cog or whatever. Moving in, helping get that third kill for the red team. Lutetia and Darwin's Dream have spawned back in, and they appear to be in a holding pattern. Oh no, they're not. They're actually moving forward still. I figured they would be in a holding pattern, getting ready for when their ally comes back in, the Veritas, but they aren't holding too steady. They are moving back in just a little bit, slowly but surely. Cooking with the Coke. And the other red ships are swarming the Lutetia and the Darwin's Dream. Spots have gone down. Veritas is moving back in. It looks like Coke is going to get first shot on it, though. Meanwhile, the Fresh Meal, the Abdicative, coming in along the sides. They'll be able to get a couple sneak attacks. The Coke has the blue team distracted now. The Darwin's Dream has turned around along with the Lutetia, giving Fresh Meal and Abdicative the hindquarters of those ships. Now would be a great time, an absolutely great time for these goldfish to get in here They're not moving as fast as I personally would like to see, though. They definitely need to get in here quickly. Lutetia is about to get hit, at least I think so, by the Abdicative. Good shots. Good shots on Lutetia. We have 2 guns and an engine disabled. That's going to slow them down just a little bit. Darwin's Dream holding on against the Cooking with the Coke. Abdicative taking some shots from the Veritas. Watch a burst, though, going down. Veritas getting heavily disabled. 4 guns and an engine all down. Lutetia also not really able to deal with this too well. The Fresh Meal taking quick advantage of that. 80 shots coming in from the Coke for support. But the Coke has lost their balloon, just comes back up, and they have fires they are struggling to deal with. Darwin's Dream starting to get the better of that squid. We have the Fresh Meal still dueling it out with the Lutetia, but they swing right in front of that Metamidian. That's going to cause problems for the Fresh Meal. Cooking with the Coke, still struggling. Abdicative moving against the Veritas. Slowly but surely. Watch a burst going against the Lutetia. It's going to be a slow kill for the Fresh Meal unless they get some assistance. Oh, hey. The Coke finally goes down. That squid just unable to last against that pretty intense, consistent firepower, the Darwin's Dream. Watcher Burst going out against the Mobula. Not taking out enough components, though. Abdicative loses its balloon, loses armor. They're trying to go out under the Darwin's Dream. Veritas missing those mortar shots by just a few inches. Breathburn, I will put you on block in our channel.
No, you won't.
You always ruin my fun.
Oh, just wait. I'm saving these.
Why would you save them?
Because reasons.
I hate you so much. Blue team has 1 kill on the red team's 3. Fresh Meal lining up shots on the Veritas. Guns go down on the Junker. Engine still in relatively good condition. Darwin's Dream lighting the Goldfish on fire. Balloon goes down as well. Crew on that ship struggling to keep things together. Cooking with the Coke coming in. 80 shots. Relatively inaccurate so far, at least at this range. With how fast the squid's moving too, it's going to be hard for them to land them. If red team can get things under control, though, they have a decent chance of starting a meat grind and finishing this one off. Okay, so according to Kirk has an update while combat's happening. He left his stove on, and when he came to the kitchen, he saw eggs. The eggs he was boiling on fire. Fortunately, as he is very knowledgeable in all things fire, as he is a Boy Scout, he simply put a lid on the pot and smothered it. Knowledge is power, kiddos.
The more you know.
Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe 4-2 in favor of the red team still. Fresh Meal getting an advantage on Darwin's Dream. Veritas hitting the Abdicative. Back and forth, back and forth. Darwin's Dream struggling against the Fresh Meal, but fires all over that Goldfish. It's going to make it hard for Fresh Meal to do anything right now. Lutetia coming back in too. This could quickly swing to a 4-4. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted by chat. That's disgusting. Ouch! Abdicative getting a solid ram on the Mobula using the nose cone as well as a little bit of armor break to finish it off, but Fresh Meal getting hammered by the Veritas. 5-3, still in favor of red team, but Abdicative is essentially all alone. Cooking with the Coke is still well out of range, or at least active range. Abdicative slowly drawing backwards. Lutetia, actually, they're losing some permahull to that squid. Squid swinging its butt with the flak, but it is way too late. Armor was already up on the Lutetia by a long shot. Abdicative doing what it can against both of these ships, the Lutetia and the Veritas. But 2v1 is a dangerous situation no matter what you're going into. Coke is trying to distract the Darwin Stream as best it can, but it looks like that's just not happening. Those flak shots are not enough to draw the Mobula's attention in the first place. Abdicative getting hammered by both the Veritas and the Lutetia. Darwin Stream dodging up, keeping away from that watch as best it can. Cooking with the Coke. I gotta stop saying that. Cooking with the Coke. 80 shots going down. Abdicative loses its armor. Watch of shots going out on the Veritas, but it does not do much. Losing just 2 guns and lighting a few fires at best. Definitely not what they needed. Abdicative drawing backwards. Fresh meal is in. But can it do enough to save the Abdicative? Darwin's Dream getting flamethrower all over the Abdicative. They're going to struggle, though, as soon as that watch is loaded. Oh, unless they go out of range. It looks like they are out of range. Abdicative is very low on armor. Very low on hull. Armor has gone down, but comes back up. Cooking with the Coke, getting flak shots on the Darwin Stream, but armor already came back up. Balloon is still down. They tar. They're grounding out. Cooking with the Coke. Goomba stomps with the butt. 6-3 in favor of red team. Volo Pro Veritas circling the fresh meal, trying to get control of the situation. Cooking with the Coke. Completely disabled. Crew on that ship trying to get things together. Lutetia coming in to put double pressure on the fresh meal. Veritas is entirely disabled, though. They cannot do anything to contribute to this battle, and Abdicative is coming back up, although Darwin Stream is back as well. Veritas still disabled, cooking with the Coke, moving in on it. There are lots of ships just primed to go down, but not quite there. Veritas, oh my goodness. The butt flak on that squid finishes the job off. Amazing job by the squid crew to get those flak shots in there. Whew. Thank goodness, though, that Kirk remembered he was boiling eggs. And suddenly they were on fire. Good job, Kirk. You did well. Applause for you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here on the Iron Fork of Friday. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Appreciate Swallow for hopping on with us, and ever so briefly, Kirk hopping on as well, and then forgetting about his eggs. Glad it didn't burn his house down. That's important. That's going to be all for us here. Twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show. We're going to sign off. Hopefully you join us tomorrow for the first episode, the first day of the Timmy B Challenge. Both myself and Brick Hardcastle going to be on the call for you for that. Day 1 of Timmy B tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, right here on Twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show and RobandDan.tv/live. For myself, for Kirk, for Swallow, and for Robert, as always, I have been Dan. Thank you for joining us, and good night now.